What's up guys, I'm Bob Tompkins with the Living in SC team at Real Broker, and welcome back to the channel. On today's episode of Living in SC, we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of living in Greer, South Carolina. Now before we get into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you're thinking about moving to the area, make sure you shoot us an email at info@livinginsc.com. We would love to be the people that help you with your move to South Carolina. Now, without any more delay, let's get right into it. Now, with pro number one of living in Greer is the downtown. Greer, South Carolina has done a phenomenal job in recent years at really making their downtown the quaint Hallmark movie type of downtown that people really look for when they think Southern charm. Trade Street in particular has been completely redone. The whole roadway is bricked out. They have some beautiful hanging lights that connect from building to building across over the top of Trade Street, and it really is a great place to go hang out. If you're downtown Greer on a Friday or Saturday night, you're bound to see hustle and bustle all around you as people kind of hop from coffee shop to bar to restaurant, just hanging around and enjoying that downtown. In downtown Greer, there are two places that I specifically really like. One is the Strip Club, which is a misunderstood steakhouse. A lot of people get a little bit of confusion with the name, but it is actually one of the best steakhouses in the upstate of South Carolina. And a lot of people love to do date night right there at the Strip Club. The other place that I love downtown Greer is the Cameroon Cigar Lounge. It is, in my opinion, the best cigar lounge in the upstate of South Carolina. I'm not a huge tobacco user or a big smoker, but when I want a nice glass of scotch and a cigar, the Cameroon Cigar Lounge is one of those hidden gems in the upstate of South Carolina. Now, with a downtown like that, you may think it's hard for there to really be a con that is associated with that. Well, in my opinion, Greer's downtown does carry one big con, and it's its proximity to the rest of the upstate. It can take about 20 to 25 minutes to get from downtown Greer to a lot of the other places in the upstate. For example, if you want to get from downtown Greer to downtown Greenville, there are really only two ways to go. One, you can try and avoid a bunch of stoplights by going back out to the interstate and working your way around and back to downtown. But then you run into the portion of I-85 between Pelham Road and Woodruff Road, which is known for having the worst traffic on I-85 in the upstate. Your other option is to take Wade Hampton Boulevard and hit stoplight after stoplight after stoplight as you try and make your way into downtown Greenville. So while it's not actually that far from downtown Greenville, the convenience and the ease of commuting into town can be a bit of a headache. I'm the type of person that whether I'm driving 12 miles or 30 miles, a 30-minute drive is a 30-minute drive, and I would rather be going the whole time. So this isn't the best thing about Greer. Now, while Greer may not offer super ease of transportation to downtown Greenville or over to Simpsonville or to Spartanburg, Greer does offer one massive convenience, and this to me may be the biggest pro of Greer, and it is where Greenville Spartanburg International Airport is located. So if you're working a job that requires you to get on a plane and travel to different portions of the country or even internationally, there is not a better place to live than Greer. Greenville International Airport is a hub for Delta, United, and American Airlines, so it can connect you to just about anywhere in the country with relative ease. You do have to connect though, the most popular connections being in Atlanta, LaGuardia, and Detroit. But if you're looking to travel a lot, Greer does add that convenience to your lifestyle. With my second con of Greer, South Carolina, this actually specifically relates to moving here. The Greer addresses that you will find online are actually very wide-ranging and very far-reaching. So when you're looking on a map and you're searching and you say, hey, I've made a decision, I wanna live in Greer, South Carolina. So you begin to search for homes in Greer. The Greer addresses can actually run really far north. Now, I've already mentioned that Greer may not have the easiest transportation to the rest of the upstate. Well, you can imagine if you get really far north in a Greer address, you could be looking at 15 to 20 minutes just to get back into town in Greer, not just getting around to the rest of the upstate. So Greer can be a little bit hit or miss when you're searching for a home in Greer. Now, this is a con that for me as a real estate agent, I experience quite a bit because we're getting Greer addresses sent to us all the time, as people really do look at this as one of the hotbeds of the upstate and one of the most desirable places to live. And sometimes it can be a bit confusing on why the houses that they're searching for are so far away, not just from town, but from easy access to the rest of the upstate. With my third pro of Greer, South Carolina, is the education system. Now, obviously, whenever we're talking about education, I want you to make sure that you're doing your own research, that you're trying to find out, hey, what are these schools ranked? How are people talking about them online? Because as an agent, my hands are a little tied on what I can say about the education system. But what I can say is clients that reach out to me about moving to South Carolina commonly mention Greer as a place that they would like to live because of the schools and the systems that exist there for their kids. It is one of the most sought after areas when I speak with my clients about where they want their kids to go to school. And because of that, I think I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't at least mention how sought after these schools are in our video. Now, lastly, I have to be very honest with you guys. Coming up with this last con was actually really tough for me. Greer has a lot of pros, they do not have a lot of cons. But one of the cons that we are hearing a lot from the community is the expansion of Greer. Downtown Greer currently has the construction of some larger apartment buildings, multifamily style buildings, which a lot of locals don't really love. When you go into downtown, it is a quaint, smaller, inviting downtown. So some of these larger apartment buildings that are being built right in the city center aren't exactly the most appealing thing to the eye, and a lot of people don't really love seeing that construction happen. But Greer does not look like it's gonna slow down anytime soon on its growth and expansion, as it does seek to be one of the biggest suburbs of Greenville. Of course, its proximity to the airport is definitely aiding in that growth, as well as its proximity to BMW and other manufacturers. So if you're looking to be a part of a growing and building downtown outside of Greenville, Greer very much could be the place for you. But if you're looking for that quaint downtown that doesn't have really the same hustle and bustle, the same sort of growth and projections that Greer has, then downtown Greer might have too many cons for you. Now guys, once again, I'm Bob Tompkins with the Living in SC team here at Real Broker. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Check out some of our other videos. Let us know in the comments what you think of this video, and we'll see you next time on Living in South Carolina.